Alright, what's up guys? Cory Serrata here today with iMuscleUp. We're going to be teaching you how to do your first muscle up. Now, a few things you should know about muscle up. First, it can be a very challenging movement, but can also be a very simple, very easy movement. As you're first learning, you want it to be as easy as possible. But at the same time, it can be dangerous for your joints, for your elbows, for your shoulders. So you want to make sure the entire time you're taking very good care, you're really stretching, you're really warming up before you get into the movements. You also want to make sure you're strong enough. That means you can do at least 10 strict pull-ups. And when I say strict pull-ups, I'm referring to arms down, locked at the bottom, chin up, back down, chin up, back down, just like so. The same goes for dips. You want to be able to do at least 10 to 20 strict dips. That means you're over here on parallel bars. You can come up, arms locked. You can go at least 90 degrees down and push back up just like so. If you have those requirements, then you're more than strong enough to do a muscle up. You're ready to train this movement safely. Now, one of the things I see the most happening with muscle ups, whenever people first try, they think, okay, I'm gonna do a pull up right into a dip. And if you've ever tried that before, you notice you kind of pull and then you stop. Muscle up is a little more complicated than that. You want to make sure you can get that transition down. So the first thing I want everyone to work on is kind of developing some momentum. Because when you're first doing your muscle up, you want as much momentum as possible. As you get stronger and stronger and stronger, you use less and less to get stricter and stricter. So, first step, understand a little bit of a swing. That means we're on a bar and we're simply letting ourselves move back and forth just like so. Forward, backward, forward, backward. Once you're comfortable here, you're gonna wanna work on timing. Now, most people think doing a muscle up is going straight up into your dip. A muscle up is actually a diagonal motion. So we want to practice traveling in a diagonal direction. And that means that instead of pulling up, we have to imagine we're pulling out. So we come forward, we pull out. Forward, out. Just like so. Now, of course, when you're first starting muscle up, you're not going to be able to go right into it like so. So you want to make sure we're going to practice using a kip. Now, when I say kip, I mean we're almost bringing our knees up, exploding into our muscle up, because it can be a very explosive movement. Now, there are slower variations, but like I said, as a beginner, you want to make sure you're doing what's easiest, really understanding this movement first. So, first thing we're doing, come forward, knees come up. Watch me again. We come forward, knees come up. And notice, I'm still pulling in a diagonal direction. And the more you can work with your body to kind of understand how to bring your knees up, what direction to go in, the sooner, the quicker you're gonna get the muscle up. So again, don't try to rush this. If you take it step by step, take it slowly, you'll learn muscle up faster than you think. Now, as you're getting into this, take your time to really focus on the technique, on the form. If you've never done a muscle up before, if you've never tried a muscle up before, this is very new to your brain, and the biggest thing that's going to help you get this is when your brain starts to understand the transition movement. Because of course we have to go that diagonal direction, that's new. But next we also have to shift into our straight bar dip. That's something your brain probably hasn't done before. So now we need to work on what I call muscle up negatives. Now again, if you can do your 10 pull-ups, you can do your 10 to 20 dips, you should be able to do these muscle up negatives. Now all that is, you get to the top of the bar. Whether you need to climb onto the bar, whether you need to do a pullover, which is as simple as jumping onto the bar, bringing your legs up, and pulling just like so, whatever works for you. Or if you want to use a shorter dip bar, that's also okay. Now, when we do our muscle up negatives, you want to make sure step one, you have a tight grip over the bar. And all you're doing is coming from this dip position, you're lowering down, down, down as strict as you can. Now focus on my elbows. You want to make sure your elbows are traveling backwards. Backwards, backwards, as slow as you can, and then you let it drop. Now, even notice for me, I've been doing muscle ups for years. I can't even do the negative slowly all the way down. That's not the goal. But your goal is to go as slow as you possibly can. Because what it's gonna do, it's gonna build the strength. I always say, if you can do it slow, you can definitely do it fast. Faster is almost always easier. So again, we come up, maybe do your pull over, you come out, make sure you lock your arms out at the top, you go down as slow as possible, elbows come back, and you come into your pull-up. Next, As far as building strength, that's probably the best thing you can do. You work on your pull-ups, you work on your dips, you work on the negative, you help your body understand the transition. Now it's gonna be about working on your technique. Now we talked a little bit about technique already. Going forwards, going backwards, getting your swing down, being able to shoot in a diagonal direction. Now we need to work on the transition. Now what I mean by that, as you do your muscle up, you're starting from a pull-up position, but your hands are rotating into your dip. Now the easiest way when you're first starting muscle ups, try to start in that half dip position, meaning we don't have to go all the way up. This is called a false grip. It takes a lot more forearm strength than a muscle up actually needs. But what I don't want you to do is start bang right here, because as we do the muscle up, that requires a full rotation, and we don't want to have to put that much effort into our muscle ups at first. So when you come onto the bar, do your best. Try to grab in that halfway point, not all the way above, not all the way out, but about at that 45-degree angle. Again, you come right out, 45-degree angle, and that's how we'll do our muscle up. Now, if you notice, sometimes I kip, other times I'm just bringing my legs straight up. Everyone's a little bit different. Everyone's brain works a little different. Everyone's body is a little bit different. So whatever works for you, you can either bring your knees up like you're doing a knee raise, or you can bring your legs up focusing on your feet like you're doing a leg raise. That might build a little more momentum. If you look at gymnasts, they always keep their legs straight, almost like they're doing a really high L sit. Watch again. As I come up, I have to get my timing. I see most people trying to do your pull as they're going backwards, and that's about as far as they get. You need to make sure that you're only pulling right before you think you're about to start traveling backwards, because again, we need to go with this diagonal motion. If we start pulling as we're coming back, we're already straightening out. That's how we start to flop. If we start pulling too early, then we don't have as much momentum as we probably need. So we want to go at the peak of our measure. Whether you need to place something down in front of you, or you need to maybe spot a leaf on the ground or rock on the ground, that's where you need to pull. Maybe I see a leaf right here, I'm going to use this leaf right here. I'm going to keep my eyes on it, do a little bit of a swing. As soon as my foot is over that leaf, I'm going to pull. Again, as soon as my foot is over the leaf, I'm going to pull. That's going to help me understand the timing and the direction I need to go in to accomplish my muscle up. Next, you can either add your legs coming up, or you can do your knee raise. Either way you kick, it's all your preference. We come out. Once I'm over that leaf, knees up. And you're trying to bring your knees to the bar. Knees up, just like so. Notice, just doing that, just doing my pulling motion, I'm already almost at the top of the muscle up. The last part is letting your chest swing forward. Now, I say that to a lot of different people, and 99% of the time, they hyper focus on it and they don't get enough of a pull. The truth is, once your pull is right, once you're high enough, it'll be easier for you to flop over than it's going to be for you just simply pull up. So don't focus too much on getting your chest forward. I just want you, as soon as you think you're at the very peak of your height, just a little bit of a lean. A little bit of a lean with your shoulders to get over the bar. And you're really trying to get the bar to go to your hips. Because if you can pull the bar all the way to your hips, you basically already did your muscle up. So again, we come out, we get the right timing with our swing, I spot that leaf, I pull up, and I lean just enough. From there, all it is a straight bar dip. I'm gonna come down again, I see my leaf, I'll do the other version this time. I come out, I wait for the right timing, as soon as I'm there, my legs come up, I go into my muscle up. Notice it's not an excessive lean, I'm not overdoing it, I'm not exaggerating it. The smoother you can make it, the better, the easier, and the safer it's going to be. Now, there are a lot of muscle up tutorials out there with all these different variations, all these different ways to do it. Of course, I think it's important to keep it very simple. Keep it very easy, because if you overcomplicate yourself, especially with a more complicated movement, it's going to take a lot longer to learn. So keep it very simple. keep it consistent. Don't train it every day. Train it when you can. Train it when your body feels good enough to do it. Make sure you're stretching, make sure you're warming up. And again, this technique for muscle up probably won't work for every single person. It's something that worked for me, it's something that's worked for other people that I've trained. But if you want a very specialized muscle up routine, that's something you can contact us on YouTube, our email, our website, iMuscleUp.com about, and we can help you out a little more directly. Now, again, quick review, quick refresher of what we've done. In order to do muscle up, 1, you have to be able to do 10 strict pull-ups. 2, you have to be able to do 10 to 20 strict dips. And 3, you have to make sure you're really working on that technique. 99% of muscle up at first is going to be your technique. So make sure you understand your swing, coming back and forth, if you're comfortable doing that on the bar. 2, make sure you understand the timing. You don't want to pull straight up, you want to pull a diagonal direction. The only way to do that is right at the peak of your swing is when you're shooting yourself back. Don't try to rush and just do the muscle up from start. Get your body used to going this diagonal direction before you do anything else. Once you feel comfortable with that, that's when you're going to start to try to add your lean. Try to come forward. There are a bunch of different ways we can build the strength to do muscle up, but the simplest, the best ways, continue doing your strict pull-ups, continue doing your strict dips, start working on your straight bar dips, and of course, your muscle up negatives are going to be the best way to build that strength for muscle up, especially as we start working towards strict muscle up. Now, once you have your muscle up down, once you're confident you can do it well with the kip, once you can do multiple, that's when you start trying to slow down the momentum. Now, strict muscle up means your feet are together, your legs are straight, and you're not moving them up to kip. What I recommend in order to achieve your strict muscle up, instead of bringing your knees up, keep your legs straight and try kipping less and less and less. That means if when you first started, you brought your legs that high, maybe on your next muscle up, just a little less high. When you're finally doing strict muscle up, keep your body aligned, don't move your feet at all, and you're just moving your upper body in order to get your muscle up. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment anything else you want to know, any other moves you want to learn. We're going to be posting pretty consistently, pretty often. We're here to help you guys out. Thank you. It's been Cory Serrata. Peace out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if this helped you guys out. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. Just remember, key to muscle up, keep it very simple in your head. This, of course, is an approach that's helped me out a lot. It's helped a lot of other people that I've trained achieve their muscle up, but it might not work for everybody. Everyone's a little bit different. If you like more specialized programming or something that's a little more just tuned just for you, contact us, whether through our YouTube, our email, our Instagram, iMuscleUp on Instagram, our Facebook. Contact us and we can create a specialized program just for you. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want these wrist wraps, we have iMuscleUp wrist wraps at our website, www.imuscleup.com/store. Feel free to check it out. We have all sorts of iMuscleUp apparel, high quality iMuscleUp joggers in our minimalist series. Again, I really appreciate all your time and I really hope this helped you guys out. Peace out. iMuscleUp.